bongo onu shishina kan check him on PA ba me kule ko ba ya into the details e kule wona de kan ye ba me no ni ma solid ma pa fa ye hija keshi ke won fe no ku wan wo afi wo da bi aka fe da bi ni aka fe to mo what your process me wan a share kuna gba na ba asente o ba na no mo gbe ka ya file lawsuit against the bill to me na fe first one enye ba mi be na ba na ke me na echombi again ke echombi ke waje me na kan. The president should do the needful. If the president strongly believes, and I'm saying this based on political and campaign promises earlier, if we call the other government as a gay or a LGBTQ government, if this government is an anti-LGBTQ whatever, then this government should do the needful. And I'm saying this based on what they have said. Because it was one of the major campaign messages of the party. If you vote for this party, they are LGBT people, they will support this, they will support that. But if you vote for President Mama, he comes and he settles it one time. Bongo, neutral you are, don't be an angma wuluata. I kept on going, Your Excellency, calling me, I will shake again. We will play back the tapes. Need to try you now, President name, he's against it. He's against the sign committee, well, meaning. Hallelujah. Because mind you, every country ke ofe mla, ofi omla ni ke okusun ke ogbetron ofi omini fi ekomi onu shishina kan. Oka akeni manse konfe noko ni eke oni o believes alo ni fe mo pan gbe ni manse bi ni ekula be wa we ska be fine wo. O ba fe am be dabi. Americans enact laws according to their beliefs. That's why when you get Republicans in government there, they are very much of conservatives, so they do laws in a conservative way. If you have Democrats in government there, they do laws that fit their ideals as a political party. Well, in Ghana too, we enact laws that conforms to our culture, our beliefs, and our faith. Well, if we are against it, the government political.
Okay. Uncle William, have we been very careful on this bill as a country? Previous government knew nomini akebile ya nkwe amensusu ake na gba ekome yemishko akweni amen. She then minority no me amekpene ake eya hin. She amotona keji wonkwe ona ke chake mo epie ba. No wa bia ke have we been very careful? Ye bill neno.
Yo, bongo.
Nti.
Sanene ake feka we feel me mono. Because mo pe no ni wonye mi yo. They were in majority then. You can make an argument here, NDC ke built the former president there. It tells me, I can see, noni abiyo kejeje mo ake see MPPBA. I'm a supporter of LGBTQ. It is true. Because per their argument, I am not saying it based on, but per argument now the film when I can see NDC in Hana can bill, and which I don't think I can NDC in Hana can bill. It was Parliament that passed that bill. Now, those clauses and okay, subject to the Constitution. They did certain clauses about the professionals in the nature and the subject to the Constitution. The Constitution, J lawyer Jimmy, but at least the basic I know, I can show. It's a no fear of any conflict with the Constitution. So therefore, okay, na can issue a take court a lawyer. Even do law, put your right to counsel. Money a right I can defend only. It will be many I identify me as gay. Abake is a lawyer represent only. So ka aketele na kan queen. The about flood court allow Supreme Court for a lot of interpretations. But this is a new government that has come. And you are there in Parliament. You fair bene. You call like NDC can no go in Yemino. And that time bo saying. So me so maka get and the domomia me no try no more get challenge no more god ni aka woshishi. Because they know they don't support it. Now new Parliament table. Reverend Tifojo Okesani Ete. Where is private member sponsor bill? Okete. No Okete. Aha committee. The committee are attaching. These are new people. new ideas, new brains. Now then I can say, okay, Tomo Benibo, journalist Jibone, you can talk about these issues in an auditorium, a program ni ofeno we here. I can criminalize it. Because maybe per research allow program you can talk about it. They no promote. But only musician. What them to know? Yeah, don't be me every o momo ko akege. Law a right to lawyer. Only musician. You can like a lawyer I had the motion. Ni yes and hale. I cannot lawyer a support to. Gay, but is the right to counsel. Only academics may ask who have your research. Only and those research can be that published for educational purposes. No honey na the do's and don'ts about gay nibi ni ya no ya nete. If for educational purpose, ni moko school lecturer and then friend no kone we kona kamole. Look. Man probi gan choko wole dibi ni wo fe wo shi ojama ni wo ye atale kedidi no eto en shi geji wo bona fe ke na kamla mobo isani anye moko adumo mi na wi aka o dabi nene just because of this program no ha na say na kai chiche ko ni e wo asamla bona fe mla ka shi fan bona fe ni ke amla ntuni aka mo menkeke aloda ne create a problem. Look, money I be put in chair. I treat you at the hospital. I'm robbing they are shoot to me. Pony leun atale to ne say put in chair. At the hospital, the doctor. You want a doctor? Are you saying I can doctor and quelle the doctor is support to law? So you need the mean now they didn't with you. You see, they had 8 years to pass a law against gay. I'm a dilly-dally because they don't believe it. There was a panel in St. George in Tifojo. There was a man a gay partner. He said it. A man who denied. So when they give that kind of posture, a woman be a woman now, Jomokunklo Yami. In your meaning, His Excellency President Mahama. Edumoshi ye hifia ye je madiano fe keshi won where your values where your norms where your body won shishia no no leji nunke yo na kaji bona abole ne ka won define gender is about nu allow you je yo ne ke mi ton he no konklo ka fobo nu ale ake nu jibu ka fobo yo na kaji no no wole onu mi shishi ewo problem ko be His Excellency ebe anebe man ete UK ka eba ni mlashe now lawo a council lawyers ye jeme they will go through it come tell me ni clauses ko ye mi ni na gba 7 days ni ba nyema to parliament okay ni enye fe ekoleminto onye chake DNA she president ni President Mahama again ni ba wo shishin and no did dollar ni do we ni minu shishin because ni ba na no bomo na ko 2 years nyonya bo mblom ni boy ka ba say no ko say no I mean look when ya won here asma those things say wow kaya parliament no champion baumia politics in parliament it is wrong. To represent your constituency. The parliament na fioja awomla ibani ma ayano. Je baumia politics they are losing the reason why a voter can get the parliament. They should leave those things so that they should get serious on the floor of parliament. Kunu ofe wo shape ma because ko ya meet baumia no, but we will use our minority to champion your position in parliament. What does it mean? Charlie, we have a nation to build.
Okay.
on me je ene na ba no ye ne keke ne fe mla wo le dinye nye tashi nye na loopholes ana ye or you can tell me I guess boni tutu no aka His Excellency. That argument it's neither here nor there. This is a new parliament. Only me you lose about 46 people. And there's another new 46 people they ban. So and then who and the Nili can any kanemo will come to bear on the floor. It will come okay. I want the same old thing. But not about Chukuruku.
Okay. Ujugba in Jamel, Mabiake as an activist there. Keji Okwe Nokutamo, where sanitation law, where road safety law, man, she want now effectiveness. Mabiake as a country, do you think we have a standard when it comes to making laws, cabinet policies?
We are very good at enacting laws and policies, but its implementation becomes a challenge. That is Nojiwa na Bakumi. Oh, keji back one I can look yano be and only ne can Garrett project in Ekuleke will not be no discuss. I will tell you why we have major implementation laws in this country. But we are so brilliant to sit down, form a commission, form a cabinet or whatever, to implement, how to call it, formulate policies that we think can tackle a challenge. But at the end of the day, what is the implementation? The reason why I get LGBT in Mlane because it has international interest. You get it? Because mind you, most of these countries with the deep pockets believe in it. I don't a country like Luxembourg, strong believers of LGBTQ+, to the point even their leadership is into it. You get it? So such a country, if it's providing you aid there, it expects you too should have that. And will not expect you to have a law that fights against something that they believe in and you expect aid. And if you look at some of the challenges that people are talking about to bring it to the country, they are saying basically it will affect international aid, which for me is silly. Because I don't know why a country that's subject for begging, and because we formulate or implement policies that will safeguard our national interest there, or I drink Shikafio Naka Kiwi, a beer, or Yamlane, Waka Wumi Hiwale. I don't think America thinks about any other country when it's how to call it in its national policies. No. Look at what Trump is doing. He wakes up today and he said, "I'm placing an embargo." Today, as we speak, the whole of Cuba has no oil. No oil tanker is going to Cuba. The last week that we checked, only one oil tanker. The whole country is in chaos. Meaning, it is one day I want to take Cuba. You get what I'm saying? And every government machinery will support the president's vision. But when it comes down here to Africa, 10 million America can have water she no use by. Why you no cook man I can when you finish politics back and forth. Be the cat mini no action back do afini bi ko bela ali enim la each no. Bongo e na agba. LGBTQ whatever when I say it has international interest, yes. But ke president take care in the woshishipo na mo ba akwe akeshi no na acho akeshi reporting na keke ona ni na ibaji ke akọ clause ko me mo fia mo your problem your clause me ni bongo jele mi acho no ko compromising and improvising me na akeshi genye mi na ba fe nuchumoko she a 100% comfort. Exactly. Ni muna 100% comfort. Well, how can we compromise akeshi bo o ya fi bo feel me ya fi me feel no one nuchuma afi mi ni eyemu. She can't call me and Mofia Monilini, New York, Mofia Mojelemi, and Mofia Abaco, and a close no article, and a cake and a camp, and as an half a minute. Eugene Oshitamo Mene. We have a whole national development plan or national development commission. Bongo. What is the national development plan? When I can't say I call garage neke, I call sanitation neke, I call dredging neke, I call neke, mission water. What the need for the Nini Waleko, I, oh, Modi, what the new wa. Siniaji keji wo keni le wolo mi na mako ake no na maka wolo mi wo ba kwe ni eya no na kai. Implementation is our biggest problem. It's not about the formulating of the policies here. Jim Lana about Moshi all in favor for say about me like a president they assent and you stand in front of the camera I just assented to the who makes sure akeshi ba na kai. No bed syndrome in control keke. Now you a president there let's fight no bed syndrome. Till date hospitals still say no bed. Bongo mi male. Simona ba ka no bed na ke bota wheelchair mi na ke drip mo no. Otashi no na ke mo ko ba wo yen na ke ba admit le. Over no shishina kai. E wona mo ko akeshi problem any afa mlaye hi. President ele ba afa he ko e. She many your president mama nya is neighbor ka ya hospital ni ake doctor ke bed enye no yo. Bongo no shishina kai. Imla la ba afa. Ghana be ni le lo ni your other agencies, other state institutions say how are we making sure that every law since 1957, 1997, 1992 laws now everyone is fighting for their own interest. For the interest of the country, it's just a political rhetoric.
Okay. She in the same non in being charming. Do we have a standard? Come on, favor life. You have been able to as if I solve what problem any was so okay.
Okay. For me, to being mlala way but the enforcement of the law has become issue. When it has to do about boni was setting sample yo, bonimpo wo walk away shina. Bongo. Afe mlala she is a no park or yehiko. Ni. Kam mobo bongo ko twat. Ni makwebo matramoko na waji. Nakamboni woyo no hani it makes it difficult ni wo mlae actually anokwale no nko boy, and these are the issues only mishin. Just imagine the police onu bajibo na mo nyimi no one dey trouble akeshi amo cousin no ba kela akeshi o chale no na if you deserve or face the law how tef goku ba na boten
abana mo ngoni.
Si bluffo benaka. No we feel to bluffo emla ni etuoni ni wo bi ene enye etuni. So for me now mla na wo ewo mo hegbe. Mla je ni awoni ekule eba mobu. Alo akecha amashi. Now ale ake meduo. Bo fio mo no ba fe gbo ma de se ba di. Sha wo mla ke ko duo. Mini wa wo mla bona fe ni a kettle. So therefore, come on, catch your track black. Neke when you mean ameye, walk ameye. She no ni mla ba feji. Be an a have on a boldness. No baba boy and no cash me. To body one wake could become a fair conference and a fair billboard can I can be on your afi. You understand me? No him lying, yeah. Get him po. Get Rollins time. In Nakomukoni Bakashi is support to gazing. I remember when Rollins went to UN Assembly France. A car market she lay man on at all and Nuku. Because I dare not be made you. Kufon gale small you. Fremon kesho. No we ke te wa fi te ba na you. Ni ba mun. Atamos ke David Cameron. Kan shika no ba ha mi wo. No ke accept ne ko shika ni ma kongana. Alo mi male. His Excellency John Mahama ke le e ya so mo. Ni so mo no na ka no akakola ake nu nke nu. Alo you ke you. E wo lehun epa ni lehun e ka ni he na eje. Niji amekusu na fio haram. Ate yi meji e won na kan gbe ehye mo esa ni Ghana na to be ni nye wi ake foreign aid me no di foreign aid me African countries come e pass gay law there amegbo alo amesha abida but on me ehye bedi o ko ke ehye ake si bodent you a sovereign nation ye no fia no kekedi o ba accept ke enyi ya bo ameko na me ya me yin on me shi kama me no me shi na kan fine si wo tie na kan be meji wo e won for me mlaje je she the human face baby no hani ewa akashi wonye she wouldn't hu man be hu sometimes we are not lawyer abiding wole no she won't feel cat for instance cat tag no honey nyemi no ka ba nye onye payment ne no ka ba ton le ba wa tabo payment to pa yo te fi o te ya wo jala ye
Saniena.
No is animal by you say.
The coco. Wow, each of me a communicate topic na mo bia ke aso one achievement ka gbene consistency ye ne ke mlane
Nokuni won paga ke eba mi naka was more before by you we don't want to be prophets of doom, so we only hope for the best. Akeshini President John Dramani Mahama ke neba wo ne ke mla shishin mi make akeshin we shouldn't take it as a threat to human freedom.
Yes.
But then what call akeshin nokuni wo ke mbuwo he wokusun wo he mo ke yeliki woni fe mo he ake mangana sije nokuni kule ake wo mo ko hegbe bongo fanu jinaka iwo gotta be very bo to Leebi ne this anti-LGBTQ+ bill ne na keti ne ke His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ke ni wo shishipe Ghana be fe afi dwomokumi no o ke pianse no na ke shi ni bi ni je nokuni wo chemen ke je shishien wo ka call mene no wo ke jofu what je wo ke je na kan ni bi ami bongo I mean ni bi kome esa aponi bonu shinaka to be ni nchon yen iwe ni mo ko nfe echo ake sha sani bo mo fe mi ofe iwo makpa fai waka ko la ke shi awo mo ko egbe so na la ke shi abu okusunni abu he mo ke wo yeli ni abu mla ni yo Ghana ni hani ana wa ke Ghana bi no ni president e alo wo ma yen yen lo yen ta ni aboyi ko ni wo se ku e wo bi aka chombe kunkuna.
Okay. She ne ma just mama bi ne kesa ayemeni amene kesu ke banem ni unake dia well to do ni ame holo shishi ni afite ni bi kanka afite ni be which means afi ni bi ne sa ke wo nyemme ke wo bi ekome aso wa bia ke this time around ambaji amenye po
Una ke shi let me ke bono una ke ne keni bi ne je ngene je shishi shi temo ni we are professionals, doctors, lawyers, I mean, they are well-to-do people that they are serving society in so many capacity. Only me she saying, but no jidoni aneko, but only over home to mombi obi batish live. Never I guess okay when I am married, we can no more he wo. Only me no be you batish never I guess now I have seen this girl and in love with this girl. Could be also for bad much I can mean John no. Jane can mobile. And these are things we are protecting. We are not trying to fish somebody out. Kemo ye ko ni chu enu chumo no na ke nu ko ni shop mo ko na ye gbe ke na kan bi mo ko gba mo ko na. Nobody will disturb you.
Ibombo no ni man you to edi nyame etwon ye no ko ke ni e no ko na afioni. Si bia na efetumo akete don ni like mo fia mo nji yen ke mfe no ko na kan. E wo no ni mla nta na ke wo ja ke shin. Ene je wo suni. Afio ketio. Tumo tuchu ko no me documentary go bongo ni I think in the 1970s 1980s ni fashion house ko fe na ke dami chobi na ke mo gbe ni wo chobi atale ni chobi agie echichi no neke na che ye fe ni ho egbe ya ma kwe atale na ni yo na ewe aman kam kwe yo go ba na ewu na ka atale ye fe ke enne afi na ke je Ghana be UK then like this is so disgusting and that we na ke this is not part of us singene mene ke yo wo na ka atale ni bopo nupu akela ko chinwo epo aba je wa ke so yin egbeleku bongo na no ni ncho na ni bi chakio ni bi nchake ni bi kumenye ba mi si no ni je wo su ni e wo kaka fon wo yin na ko ba fe ni mo fi ama na so no ni mla nta na efi wo ka si no na fe o etemo mi enye fi a etemo ka jepo e wo mani nye sisi ni ame holo ni bi a sisi na me ke sika wo mi ni eba mi e na ke mla na e ka ke ni wo sipe esa me na no na me fi o etemo mi e ame ya na me fi etemo mi ame ka jepo ni ba fite wo bi ki wo na bi ni wo se ku e keji ona yo ni ona anu bongo nu shina kan e wo onye oke moko no ni efe mo ne sikeji afe mla ni o tom la no pe mla ba fe mi eke wo ba yi wo no na afe ya gbo no na afe otwi no de ye wo kokko emu no yenye mfensie ene de ye wo bedwe mu so nye den yenye na obi ye hu e wo no na afe o ye temom ni e o ba ya mo kokko wo besani be me aduo ka aduo ba aduo ye di ne o aduo ke ti o alo mi male ni ka mo bo nu o le no ni have no ti wo ko ba fe LGBTW+ e bo sani fe mo ye temom sika ke mla ba pe o fine ke o shika ke o gbena no na ke no ni bo hi o yo ke ba fite wo bi ke wona bi ke hawo
okay ojo gba de nche oba ya o hin ni fe mo no eni wo she nu sane gba wona wa de nche professor ke fe no wa wo ke footage se ko me nche ma oli fita nad mo bi ai e ba gba wo sane fi oni ji ke ko gbejano to ni kashin pote kenje be na mi fe kenya ka gbenele won wo ko be ko ne onu chumo ko na abachum aso nu chumo ye mu ni mene eye bu awolu keje na kanie be manage no ni wo fio nche ma oli ma bia ke akeni odumonad mo na jiamie obani ho chose mo fio ku ke ko nubo ni show ohien ke
okay nadmo we are National Disaster Management Organization but we cannot go fit get prevention because we believe again it's an wo mo ni bi fitio dani wo ba ke won we but so the prevention is our core mandate ko ba ko be ni Lord Mayor ba na wo ba na e han wo faith programs ni disaster free what the community engagement by markets, schools to educate people concerning disaster. Ni di ni ke wo fe ni e ha ni wo na ne ke oshina ke ni bi e. Now, one of the things wonaji ona ke mama eche akra de che lowlands. But old me so some of our drainage system when I what drain say eda or some of the things are very soon like really ekomami. But problem agbonu na ye ni efe is the human activities. Human activities. Now, hey ni esa ni amachuye nu journey but mo amacho imagine be ko mi wonu wodra we inyami na ken ye hia ni mu ye hia wo create a path ni kan wo twom e ba nye tonde ne de twom na hia hingwe na na tishi e kan hia esa ni nu twon hia e we ya block ni nu abo fia mo ni ji e ba twon eko mene wo cement wo hia din femi first square grass bare lands or no ke ne enye buti oshbon o cement fe no o ngbenu e baya o gate se oji mi ngbeke bi ahye lebi ke woteshi Saturday mo fiamu mene ba je le no ke ba hye mene je me bo ba je ka hye mene je e for keke ke wo gbena po wo ke rubber hose wo pipe mi ke jo hia po ke ba do ba chano na gota ni king ni me no wanyo we na kan human activities poly rubber jine bottle ne ken je etoku won we aba Gary project dana ke ni chokole na ga mi anu chumo and I see engineer dana she kumu human activities ni odeni e wodana ni emie yi nsene bo video ko ka okengme no moko projection e wi boni ke odo de na fie e ba fe fo keke shigbe me ni ode me ke me na nyami wo ke wa agi a sani ba ona weja ena agbele nu ani me nsu me na kan je me fe farmlands ni esa na ma ye je me Singmene ya ko don ya no ejebe.
Okay, no energy no video no ocho.
O como Gemene.
Sava no o gbele mi a ko no wo ko lo.
Aha, como Gemene, ona ka a clear. Ona ka eje nu ni fe neat. Como bodenche como video so just imagine ni odo na to moneke. A fake emba. Well, as one discuss e. Enyaminu. Look, bodenche wo ka woni ni create problem. Baby ni inda kwa pampron gbene gata ni yo hihye de ehwomu ni me na ehie eyimi obun e wo kanu eba ingbe ba hi e ba yin egbe no ni ke yin egbe no e ba gba kepote mo ko hia una e wo mi npa wo fai o so e fine o shop yin o gata de ti gbim boy ata shop e o me nimoko abaje habo fine mo ko no tumo no kola ke mo ewo e ba enye ni ke mu bo tumi ne ba fito ni bi 10 years 15 years 20 years ni bi no akwa afa fite na mo ka ba mi no ba habo
matches
about cyclical
so oh men no why are you not taking the preventive measures on your own but then che ko o mo na ke it's animal JB it's animal feeding it's animal feeding ke na create on the problem in how
okay
onu mi sisi un pa fai look jenga na ni nubu wo yiye before independence yes ablochigbe ke ni bi enyumo ke ne shika agbena no within 10-15 minutes elaje but the case ji what and you no wa you ke na kan lo because of our activities nyumo na no mo ko ba chon gota share bola e wo mi ne ya re ba choke ye ko ba create the problem so why ko wo he do to ba nyumo be nan kayo 90% nyumo no 3 days non stop dia na ke nyumo ne within an 30 minutes get won't be get you get the go and nyumo decide that get in the whole day
no
watch so these are things it's an thing when you walk away call le dana chade kumo share na hippie fire service here she don't do any ya jene volume say that look at it call in picture and ashai this is it this is it
project
good ni ene eke tourism po ba man look ka ote Dubai mo dana ni masha jebe neke
no be shishije neke
place
okay
na bon nwe onu mi shishi na me bon samo and the point samo can we do the same in Ghana here
okay
ene abanye hin kanya feel the speedboat banye hin iba for traffic empo no akwa ka fi trotro keje seko ko wo do ba she bi ene de oya una nidi ye no banye wo fi see the question is animal man be are we ready akashi ke wonje ne ken ne nke she kole na gbete na fi on mobo alechinda anomutu I mean a whole lot of things. So how can you do this thing there?
Okay.
There a problem in our creator. I create a happy. First call the kaswa. When I get across kejo doko no ya kaswa. Mountain safe una fe green. Me na mi no na hejeme. I'm a mochu. O ken wene bia na modon bia na nueye gbe no o nu bibio no gbe no eyi chichuchu ebe na kai every month I mensa ka oko no the same thing keja I mensa ke ya fe estate soon. So these are the challenges. Fair human activities o won pafai as much as we encourage government to enforce some of the law men no mo so ano come on say na Ramsey site ne ayakum olaka ni wo director regional director te je mense no na me akumu amachu je meba
bomo egbutu no is bp o bia ka so wom lan e tun oni lo ke bale
ono mi shishi mu ko le boko shi bodenche bo no nwegbe na afio na ni bohu no le aka e no fio ni o ya no ahe ni ehie wo fe we are culpable last time ko ke o agbesoja fo ya o ma mi nke o dabi. Then be an agbesoja well you are talking about military rule. For no like a human rights. Human rights. She sure ko it's a fitenuko na kesa.
Okay.
But but not more like we are coordinating with the other agencies say this time when you're around anytime cover work assembly the last name about area and so we are always moving to make sure I can see ajeje gata ni no ni sane ni isane chi ni ehi no ni onye last na what katamanto bank ese ko gata ni je fo musane na tajema honi was an one report naba chi fe mene first put me come taje me put nche no yi so much aka je ni mu ne she gata no boti an shop say okay what is anu chumoje ni won kwe bona fe ni neke ni bi ni ya no ne because we are the boti mene first June right ha ni bia ne nu e pick bi ne o mo fia mu akwa no jugba mi panye fai dredging nyeke wo ate se nenye ha wo pa
okay be kejinya wo pa asani mla le won atuni ka asani mla ke mobo anya mla anya blood to ekpekun shi Mr. Amel ke ha be wo masoma bibo tu in one question go nyeme ebem ni na ewe ke me emamo twin ke mamo nu jona ni ne ke me na meditation ka mama assembly bekono ni ha me permit many tuna kanu chumo fe ashiame ni many mamochu emu akumo kumo le saka kumo ja ke mamo nu jona shi many ha amehegbe ashiame mo scot free no aka afa kaji wo kwa imagine kroko me ekota mo UK ke he kuma wo susu wo le ake alo wo passion wo le ake most of their rivers it's underground e wo wa bi ake mane aso apka wo ko drainage aso up planning lojugba because fe back be ona e ko mi call ni dake da jenji ni na gba yo
bongo thank you ake you age ashion many ha wuji aka aka machu emwede money keshike wuchuna mlie le chuna kwa bongo ko fio minutu money chuna wole ake shin how much it cost to even put up a structure. Real estate is a very expensive venture oba machu ni o machu keshe ku bi no ba na odumoshi ka ke bulldozer ke ni bi nkomole ochi shi sani eji dani kane baya na kan shi ana ma loju na ma mokuni ya connect mokuni ha permit na kete je me mokuma wo do ake wo ba do amani na e bi transportation one day no ni ba machine excuses ni wona bia na ji wa me ma chu e man ke e wa na nle money ba ka ke e machu 2-3 am or 1 am ni mokuye na ake she kula amachu na ba ma hu chu e ba shengle no na kule afi roofing kana kan ni bia plaster fender na ba ka ba akomole no ni ba mi ji ake shin keje kule onukpa ko ni le eku electrician allo president electrician na ke no bi ene allo original Mr. Baka ke bi da bi sana ma ya fe ne ya na pe be money ha wo lo no e chon se o lele wo le kra na ke ka afite ma ni ke be chon mi fio na na le na ke ska fio han le ku ni ka me be ko bongo it's a very difficult problem in this country ni e fio to mo was small slogan ni ere na e chon ke new mayor kwalo new MP alo new regional minister kubalo new DC alo kubano ni wo touch reflector no the bu final working action asana fe no ko na kishi ye etuni be fi o chomi no chumo na atun abakusa ba agi shi fe ku ka president you no kwalo affair agitation fi o no ke me helish no ka kusa afitini e ko what is the right way to do things kuna na kishi to me nyame awie okwe mountainous areas that are supposed to be like greenery areas that's supposed to even beautify our city say be like a fair machu na many dig or take but what permit it actually even goes into drainages how is it connected where does this one lead to be an was sewage or water waste or whatever fair is going into a lagoon how are we last time me small documentary can be a sewage water can it actually be treated for reuse? Kole Lagoon, how are we going to even purify Kole Lagoon again for it to go back into houses? But if you go to other countries here, sewage water, no matter where it's coming from, it is purified again and goes back into the taps as tap water. Biane. We are not able to do that. Silt, ya Kole me. Rubbish Kole me. Senator Fletcher, near me, Kate near me, fan Kole me here. What is the measure? Like, what law actually protects or even regulates drainage systems? Come on, the easiest way now, someone about sewage company about the easiest means to connect to the main drainage system. They are calling me direct. And who gives such permit for people to even do that in the first place? Bongo, Ona, me problem is sometimes this issue was someone who about you people don't tomorrow because. Every day, panelists, we are discussing it. Bongo, it's not today. This Greater Accra Regional Resilience, whatever project, it didn't start today. Not more. As far back as 1996, National Disaster Management Organization, they even incorporated what we call emergency or water respondedness to their duties. Actually, in case there's flood in there, how are they going to respond to it? What was the national funding to help them achieve that since 1996? Bongo. Then what about National Environmental and Sanitation Policy in 1999? I mean, what make a woman? How do we integrate flood management into its policies as a way to manage flood in Accra? Because many years Ghana was flooding. Policies upon initiatives upon projects. In 1999, about 2010, 2007, 2015, 20. Like, Daniel said, what formulating no kono ba you kewo mamli. There a new one slogan guide. Greater Accra be blofu agbo ni ma bia ponu shishi. Ke afo bongo, let me tell you this. This Garrett mini didn't start today. It's not a new initiative. And guess what? As far back as 2016, 2017, even 2018, I think, it was only in its review stages. As far as $200 million for that. Bongo, be like I can't get bridge your dog can call here. Bongo, over $200 million. When the Garrett project was in its review phase and then tax on 10 minutes, like $200 million, like a failed bridge or door. Many abatashi ko ake Garrett initial projects abanaba a kickstart ko aba for budget ka World Bank bahashika mini bank bahashika aba a loan aba a grant ake fen ba bongo. At the end of the day, what is the impact? That mean you are. When I ever find myself in doing politics, and to the grace of God, I appoint minister. The only ministerial position I'll fight for is to do Ministry of Sanitation, because bongo living in Accra, seeing the mess. Remember that you know, like I call a city like Accra, Aleto, yeah, bus stop. Go to Kaukudi. I'm not going to be here. Go to Kaukudi. Kenya Jane. Do the bus stop. Live by my walk car, Jane. Jane, Afi Congo, Afi China, Afi To. Now, and someone had the impunity and the silliness to give himself Greater Accra Street Farmers Association president. Bongo, Greater Accra Street Farmers Association president. Who gave that position and who gave that portfolio? Bongo, Kaukudi be bar stop. Ni ba mo hade sabah do jeme akechina ni evo aklonto agwagbo e ya finjeme ni mo hade san nyegbe eje o aso china yin china ne o abon o ma yin aso yin bongo ni ma me finish because china nyake so only odumoshi and it's not one not twice p ni boy na kan ya ko na ba yi salai wo and we allow this in a city like Accra Kawukudi Kanda, a place that we know actually expatriates, business owners, politicians, and everyone was looking at it. Everyone was looking at it in this country. Then they come and tell me, Greater Accra, what Bongo, come in for Bemi. Ni ma adu mo bus stop ma wo chonde. Ni gbe ni info me. Inye info gbe mi na gbe ya wo yin no bus stop e tina du mo je ka ma in be ma chon.
Look at it.
Ona, you are tashing. And you'll be in traffic and police will be coming, wow, it's siren, and they are seeing it, they don't say anything. Bongo. Gota na buno mokonhoni ejeme. AMA or whatever, this MDC or whatever, Metropolitan Executive can be cut there, can have more ticket, hishka. We need funds, about property rates. But to check actually property any machine, are they following the laws or the bylaws of the particular municipality? We don't care. Me. And the last time in now, one of these municipal assemblies, at a convoy, you have property rate here, mommy. My brother, and if you see the convoy, the cars you are driving, and how the people are dressed, if you are going for revenue mobilization, and your dress is to Muslim Queen, you convoy, full upon your bayus, like, it doesn't make sense, Bongo. It doesn't make. Sometimes when you see these things, it makes your heart bleed. Because an innocent young person ni age no nebo ashkafi o na ne ya rent chulele ake the place is flat prone e ba say chumi ke no fia no only for one day ni mo anye ke ba we no chumi ni bi fen kete is it the person's fault she landlord ko ya machunye heko na permit name and account no city planning, no national development planning commission. What is their duty? Municipal and executive directors, like what is basically our duty in this country? They are like who attaching no conclave at the meeting at the mini. The president just unveiled the president just launched this initiative and you see ministers, you see DCs, you see MPs talking big English. And at the end of the budget allocated. Oh, and the World Bank has given us a grant, and the African Development Bank has given us. But how are those funds utilized? Bongo, get $200 million. Okay, dredge your door. Okay, call me. Come on, be a gabe for don. In your fire service, gabe for don, jembe for don. Because still 10 RG call me can be a robber can be fair for for. See if it was even pure silt, but I now own a camera to allow a cafe no conclude. Me male. But it's mixed with plastic, rubber, and everything. Oh, Bongo, ni ke na bu no ni you oja keshi. A fat ke garido mini or dredging or what a fat like big grandma ke slogan here is enough. Keji won fe no kwe. What genuinely? If a government, a previous government, 2016, 2015, whatever, brought an initiative that is worth supporting, how can we revise it and make it better? But other government bar about abolish thing, ke won wa attaching, no do me about rent hotel, about fair forum, about speakers, about about we block for pika gbona ka lunch me na cut sword. After budget. Now, let's implement for it work another government will come with different ideas on how to tackle the issue. And at the end of the day, money is spent but nothing to show for it. And then what a citizen will like finish. Because mind you, the Flagstaff house will never flood. Because it was properly planned and built. Airport hills will never flood. Because it's a planned gated community. It's on a hill to when it rains, the rain slopes down, it doesn't go there. But Bongo, you and I living here. Kenyi mwenye fio ona agota kenyi mwenye nyo chumbi yake ya hini hami because ole ele ba na ni mokele ba how long since 1960 how long are we still going to sit down the kenyi mwenye fio no gafe flood kaswa le is worse kaswa it is worse off kenyi mwenye no ye sha kaswa no ya shia ta won no kuma se no aka mena bia de dan so ma fe flood mene Accra down some and fair flood.
How? Down some and flooding you see
another
that's all the thing. That's one runabout get the Liberty Park down where no Johnny Academy. That me go there. I feel it Jane but more roofing come moko foundation they come moko roofing thing. So to my baby, what creates so much problems in one hour, and like Mobino ni ko mampue mini drainage system of that will tell what you have done. So me if any job, mafia money I wo. Mafia my agbo egbe. So we should be each other's keeper. I mean, situation ewa.
Assembly le mi na ke ame no chumo wa ni sa ke hin me aya jen e ja ke keji nkwa in area to mabose ukan oba na ke bomo de side bele waste ke wo gata toilet ni ka hotel no report ye AM uba local government uba report na te ka aishika e ka shin kote headquarters main headquarters AM hotel je no report kaba na bana no na ba fe ka fi no ka shin e wa sad na ninka boyo ko te abose ukan area mi fe jefun e ya ka gbele toilet mo ko re etu ni ne sky ni le gbele waste ke o gate sam ne hien gbematin ona e o wa pa fa assembly mi na ke awo ye je nkeche ke ba hien nu chulo e die nche akwebo ni ba fe ni mla ka me ba yi
no ni no ma ke boji wo Ghana biye ojo e mai ojo won he so nkumi mfa no ni me mana no ni shito obiri nyeni wi ko oteman say am na don mai yes mini wo be Ghana policy ake development ake the next 20 years ne ke won to maya mini wo nye wona because the so-called politics will feel. Because I share any share. Can no ba. Now fear just because God continue I can war kebo ba. It's now na actually bo fear no ko. Because whatever we do, we are doing as politics. Can the name fear no ko le important. It's an fine. There's nothing 100%. Only me. Where I see the loophole say not that we journey. Konak opportunity and then no can that then I feel no conclude and it is not helping us. It is not helping us. We have done a 40-year development plan. But I believe I can no major no banye wow. Look, a planning can show you by when you boni or lines keep demarcation at demarcate a pay nakai. She knew I'm a boy kaba I'm a today mama
and she chamoli to amamo ke mamo she
no ha permit
that is what that is no junior akashi on ake me no ko general no ko akashi yes because assemblies here when you engineers when you building physical planning when you no fia no on me man chane when nyawuni ye ho shpon na won tenya feel tenya ho shpon
enko ni owie nyawie gonjiano sane enko mi to ma wi akebe shpon amo ma ye che so enko keji amla lo ye egbe na ebu amesane ake lele nyele ake
because amla lo ho shpon
nakai
man cheme ni ho shpon but you see come afi no go that is why I am planning ko ba na engineers okay BNM on top of mini G development ni banye no ni a suit place. Unfortunately, we don't do those things. Only because court na kanye about back be ake be na egbe ba to be a gata ba to be a neighbor to be. We don't do all manner of things. So much lawlessness. Egba wona ye man. And I'll be blank. Me, I don't do politics with this. But more care about the who offend the NDC and the MPP. So we should do things that will help our nation when it comes to those matters.
Okay.
Bongo ni inkema
ke no afi na gbere
ma pa fire ke sanji ni ke fi water TV no ni wo yole na kanye wo kana la ke show money. Bongo Accra is no longer nice. Like what man therefore this country is not nice. Even as place like Airport Residential or even Airport West, it floods. I don't know if you know this Stambik Heights road there no.
Mr. Mayami for now last 2 weeks Friday. No we on ya Jim ko gbe ni wa fi check in. Onu bo ne mo kaje kanishin mi ya fe. You know Chinese inka nyanu mi cho ke kokote. E walele nka o ko ona ke jemele e go. She kaje you know Chon Stambik Heights kemba nye first second fan jeme fan flag.
Bongo like I don't know but if you to we see so much weakness in this country anytime we draw near to the rainy season. Ni a country where you cannot freely walk. During can you yesterday be a Ghana can you I can curfew for no. What kind of country is this? And you know, it's funny. What do more like if you can't even start at a bus stop. Was not touch me or what can be baba who no affair by showing that kind. It's very pathetic as a country 2026 now. Countries are developing and we do not even have proper drainage system. Bongo, if I want any how do you call it ministerial position, I want how do you call it Ministry of Sanitation. Bongo, a lot of countries are because it's a basic. Your country should be nice. If you want to do tourism, sanitation is involved. If you want your country to be healthy, sanitation is involved. If you want to have some sort of physical discipline or that, civil sanitation can contribute to that because recycling is a means of actually gaining more funds. Bongo, and that is why I was sad, and I'm still sad when we actually closed down the Ministry of Sanitation and included it in or embedded it in the Ministry of Local Government, Religious Affairs, and whatever. Local government put a whole issue on its own. No religious affairs, no sanitation. And Bongo be an owner how the sanitation issue is. Because the Ministry of Sanitation is supposed to work with EPA and how do you call it, NADMO and all that to make sure sanitation is top notch and also include the local government. Because the local government works together with the MCs and DCs. So they are integrated together. But if you put 3 ministries under one umbrella,